Huh? What the heck are you doing here? Why would you go out of your way to come all the way out here? I literally cannot wrap my head around the nonsensicalness of it. What do you mean, why would I come? I got an invite, of course I was gonna show up. How is that nonsensical? Wow, is this some kind of joke? I was clearly just being polite when I sent you that invite. You weren't supposed to take it seriously. Did you think I actually wanted you to come? Oh dear, what planet are you on, young lady? You're even more delusional than I thought. Well, I was on Earth last time I checked. What do you mean you were just being polite? And you thought I was delusional? Oh my God, that's just plain rude. I've never heard of anyone sending out a wedding invite just to be polite. What was I supposed to think? Just because you've never heard of it doesn't mean it's not a thing. Maybe if you ever left the house, you'd know a little more about the ways of the world. Oh wait, you don't have any friends and are too much of a weird, creepy loser to make any. Maybe I should go a little easier on you. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. You always were, how to put it, a little ditzy, ignorant, a moron, a mix of the three. Anyway, I think you get the gist. To be honest, I always found it embarrassing to be around you. I lost count of how many times I had to pretend I didn't know you in front of the other kids. Wow, really? And there was me thinking we were friends. Huh? Me and you? Friends? Now I'm sure you must be living on another planet. I guess being a gloomy, friendless loser, I can't blame you for mistaking me. The only person who ever said hi to you for a friend. The thing is, babe, I never thought of you like that. I didn't even think of you as an acquaintance, let alone a friend. I see. Wow. I have to admit, this is all a lot to take in, Stacy. Tell me, did you hate me? Hate you? Oh, please. Don't be so dramatic. Hate would imply strong feeling. You weren't worthy of my hate. I didn't care about you enough to hate you. Rather than that, it was more that in my mind, you simply didn't exist at all. Maybe it sounds harsh, and I guess it kind of is, but that's the reality of life when you're a depressing, gloomy loser with no friends. Sure, I guess I can see why people thought I was gloomy. I had really low self-confidence and bad social anxiety back then. Still, I thought you were my friend. Your friend? You've got to be joking me. I can assure you beyond any shadow of a doubt that we most definitely, incontrovertibly, assuredly were not friends. We just happened to go to the same middle and high schools. Which part of that constitutes friendship? Next, you'll be telling me people you walk past in the streets are your friends. Sure, I guess, but you did message me a lot after we moved up to college, right? And you thought that meant I liked you? The only reason I messaged you is because I knew you were too weak to stand up for yourself and would do exactly as I told you, like a subservient little slave. You were just a convenient tool I kept around to do my bidding when I was in a pinch. What? Oh my God, are you being serious? You really thought that of me. Is that really all I was to you? Sure it was, hun. Does it really take me admitting it for you to understand? I always assumed you knew how much I held you in contempt. For example, when I lost on the horse racing, I was in dire need of money quickly, but didn't want to make my parents mad by borrowing any more from them. Or when I needed someone to drive me somewhere on short notice, I knew that if I asked you, you'd do anything for me, and you kinda just came to fill the role of the useful pushover in my life. Wow, really? So you mean I was like your personal ATM and chauffeur? Yep, I never thought of it like that, but that's a perfect description. If you had any common sense, you would have realized at the time. I'm guessing being a low IQ moron who can't stand up for herself or pick up on social cues has something to do with your abject failure to find a husband. Anyway, once I'm getting married, I won't need you anymore, so if you wouldn't mind, I'd like it if you stayed away from me for the rest of your life. Thanks, babe. You've been such a big help. Goodbye forever. Goodbye forever? But why? Surely your husband and your friends are different things. Why can't you have both? Why can't we still be friends after you get married? Or are you implying your husband is about to take my place as your personal ATM and chauffeur? Wow, you're dumber than I thought. Can't you understand basic English? There'd be no merit keeping you around once I get married. So I'm ditching you from my life. It's so simple, even a monkey could understand it. And sure, now that you mention it, my husband may prove to come in handy for a thing or two. I kept you around all this time because you were far too spineless to say no and did anything I told you to with no questions asked. But I'll be marrying Dick Masterson, the son of the CEO of Soylent Corp and one of the richest, most handsome young men in America real soon. Which means you'll have served your purpose and I won't be needing you anymore. Do you understand yet? Wow, your fiancé is the son of the CEO of Soylent Corp? Yep, it would appear so. He seems dead set on keeping it hidden from me for some reason. I don't know if it's because he's shy or something. But it's true. He's an up-and-coming corporate hotshot set to inherit one of the biggest companies in the world. Aren't I just the luckiest girl on earth? With this, my ascension into the ranks of the world-famous celebrities is set in stone. Soon, I'll be one of the chosen ones. You know, thinking about it, you should get down on your knees and thank me. Why? Because I, a beautiful, intelligent, funny, popular, modest, and soon-to-be filthy rich celeb, was kind enough to pretend to be your friend all this time. Sure, I can get down on my knees if it would make you happy. Do you want me to? Holy crap, are you for real? Do you have no pride whatsoever? How can you let me speak to you like this? Oh my God, my sides hurt. I'll get down on my knees 1,000 times for a friend as important to me as you are, Stacy. All right, you're starting to piss me off now. How many times do you want me to say it? We are not friends. Anyway, forget it. If you get down on your knees at my wedding, I'll never live to see the end of shame and embarrassment. Can you just save me the trouble and go home, please? Look, I'm asking nicely here. Your presence is making me cringe, and I want you to go. I see. Hey, moron, didn't you understand what I said to you earlier? Hurry up and get your ass away from my wedding. How much more obvious can I make it? Why are you loitering around the church like some kind of weirdo? I did want to sit down, but I couldn't find a seat with my name on it. Duh, because you weren't invited in the first place. Why would I prepare you a seat when you're patently not welcome here? But I have an invitation letter with my name on it. Why wouldn't you prepare me a seat? Besides, I even brought a wedding gift. I was looking forward to watching you get married. You could at least let me eat at the buffet. Those bagels look really good. Wow, you are literally the most disgusting, shameless person I've ever met. I actually feel sick reading this crap. Sure, of course, we're holding the wedding at a luxury high-end hotel, so naturally the buffet is gonna be to die for. But you're deluded if you think a gloomy, low-IQ loser moron like you is intelligent and cultured enough to appreciate the complexity of the flavors on this buffet. No way, I can totally understand. Taste works by cells on the taste buds sending electrical signals to the brain. I am not talking about the scientific mechanism, you moron. You've got some nerve to be talking about brains when you're clearly brain dead. Ugh, there's no speaking to you. Why do I even bother? It's exactly this kind of inane bullcrap that makes you unsuitable to breathe the same air as me, let alone be my friend. Really? It's true, some people do call me ditzy, but if that means I can't be your friend, I'm really sad. Sorry if I annoyed you, Stacy. If you're really sorry, how about you prove it and disappear from this wedding right now? But you're my best friend, and I was looking forward to watching you get married. Best friend? Ugh, I've had it with you already. How many times are you gonna make me repeat myself? I haven't thought of you as my friend even once these last 20 years. I don't prepare seats for gloomy losers, so hurry up and disappear from my wedding. Fine, understood. I hope you guys have a happy life together. My happiness is none of your business.
Hey, Rachel, are you okay? Did you get food poisoning or something?
Huh? I've never had food poisoning. Not even once, ever since I was born. Why would you ask me that? That's kind of a random question.
Wow, you haven't had food poisoning even once since you were born? Well, I haven't seen you for like 30 minutes now, so I thought maybe something happened. I saw you earlier, so I thought maybe you had to dip out to the toilets or something.
Stacy told me I'm not welcome at the wedding and don't have a seat, so I went home.
Huh? What the heck? Stacy said that to you? Did I miss something? What exactly is going on here?
What's going on? Well, that's what's going on. It's like I just said. She told me she never once thought of me as a friend, not even once.
Well, I don't mean to be rude, but isn't that obvious? You guys did only just meet. Seriously, what are you talking about?
No, that's not true. Me and Stacy have known each other ever since middle school.
Huh? Wait, what?
We were especially close in middle school. We used to hang out with each other at recess every single day. We even sat next to each other in class. Neither of us had many friends, which is why I think we felt so comfortable with each other.
Wait a sec, are you kidding? You and Stacy were classmates back in middle school?
Yep. You went to live in Japan with your mom and dad after elementary school, right? That's why you never met her back then.
I can't make sense of any of this. Are you being serious? But if you and Stacy used to be classmates, why didn't you tell me?
I don't know. Maybe because you didn't ask me?
How am I supposed to ask you about something I don't know about in the first place? Oh, by the way, Rachel, were you and my fiancé classmates? Who asks that?
Not you, obviously. If you asked me, I would have told you.
Well, does Stacy know me and you were classmates back in elementary school?
No, I don't think she does. I never told her that either.
But why didn't you tell her?
'Cause she never asked me?
Fine, whatever. You won't tell people things unless they ask you, right? I get it. All right, well, tell me this. Why would Stacy ask you to leave the wedding when you guys got along back in middle school?
It's not just that we got along. I genuinely thought we were close friends. But it turns out she never thought of me as a friend, not even once. Apparently she was just using me the whole time.
Using you in what way?
There's nothing I wouldn't do for a friend.
Okay, so what does that mean? I still don't understand how she was using you. Did Stacy say something horrible to you or something?
I have the chat logs. One sec, I'll send everything. Hey, did you go home yet? I'm not sure what exactly is happening, but everyone seems to be kicking up a fuss over something. Did you try and sneak back into the hotel for the buffet or something after you left? Nope, I came home, I promise. I'm relaxing on the sofa with a hot chocolate reading my book. But if there's trouble, would it be best if I came back? I don't mind if you need me, really. What? Are you kidding me? Having a low IQ pea brain like you hanging around would only make whatever's happening here worse. Whatever, as long as you went home, I'm happy. Now that you mention it, the air does seem to be a little cleaner since you left. Has Dick still not said anything to you? Huh? Said anything to me about what? Well, apparently your wedding got canceled. Surely that's what everyone's kicking up a fuss about. Huh? My wedding? Canceled? What in heaven's name are you talking about? Anyway, who the hell do you think you are, casually bringing up my fiancé's name in conversation? Huh? Why wouldn't I? Anyway, I really think you should talk to Dick about this, not me. Oh, I see what's going on here. You're salty and bitter over getting kicked out of the wedding, so this is your feeble attempt at getting your own back on me, isn't it? Well, let me make one thing clear. Telling lies won't get you back into this wedding. All you're doing is proving how pathetic and jaded you are. I'm not lying at all, I promise. That's what Dick told me when we spoke earlier. He said he needs some time to reconsider whether marrying you is really what he wants. Stop it, Rachel. This is so tragic. It's bordering on comical. When would the likes of you ever get the opportunity to speak to my Dick? It would be one thing if you had his number, but you clearly don't. And sure, you may have been at the wedding for a little while, but there's no way you had any chance to speak to him with how busy he is today. How about you just admit you're lying and call it a day already? But I do have his number. Dick and I are childhood friends. Excuse me, what did you just say? The only reason I didn't tell you is because you never asked. It's not like I was hiding it or anything, it just never came up in conversation. You and Dick, childhood friends? Oh, now I've heard it all. Your delusions are getting so ridiculous, you're actually scaring me now. Whatever, I'm done. There is nothing to be accomplished by speaking to you. I'm gonna block you now, so do yourself a favor and don't waste your time trying to message me. Oh my God, are you for real? You're really gonna block me? Dick, why does it look like you and your relatives are fighting over something? What's going on, baby?
Like I just told you, the wedding's on hold for a little while. It doesn't look like these guys are about to calm down anytime soon.
But why are they going so crazy? I don't understand why you guys are fighting with each other. Did something happen? I don't mind us holding off for an hour or two if it can't be helped, but I have no idea what's going on and I'm starting to get kind of worried.
Listen, Stacy, I'm just gonna come straight out with it. It's looking like we're gonna have to call the wedding off.
What? But why?
That's what I'm arguing with my relatives over, so I need you to give me some time to see if I can't calm them down.
But why? Why would we call the wedding off? I don't understand. You must be fighting with them to save the wedding, right?
No, I'm the one who wants to call the whole thing off. But my relatives won't accept what I'm saying and seem determined to dig their heels in. God, they're so stubborn.
What? What do you mean? Why would you want to call the wedding off?
You know exactly what I'm talking about. Why are you playing dumb? Quit wasting my time. You should have heard from Rachel just now.
Wait, what? You mean she was telling the truth?
Of course she was. Why would she lie? I'm considering divorce. I'm considering just not marrying you in the first place. When I got up to go over and tell you in person, my relatives held me back and wouldn't let me, even though it's my frickin' wedding in the first place.
But why? Why won't you tell me the reason? How can you just throw away what we have like this? Am I nothing to you? Have you no heart?
Did Rachel tell you about how me and her are childhood friends?
What? You mean that was true as well?
Of course it was. Why do you doubt everything she says? Rachel isn't a liar. Everything she told you is true. She showed me your chat logs with her.
What? She showed those to you? From when?
All the crap you sent her earlier today. You know, the stuff about you not preparing her a seat, abusing her with a cruel barrage of insults and personal attacks, and ordering her to go home.
No, that was... It was just a prank. Oh, yes, that's right. A prank. I didn't mean any of it.
Cut the crap. It's not a prank if you actually made her go home, is it? No. I finally know what kind of person you really are now. You're a no-good, narcissistic disgrace of a human being who takes advantage of the good nature of others for your own personal gain.
No, that's not true. It wasn't like that, I swear. She was always the one who initiated things, you know? Like, she'd always offer to do things for me, and I guess I just couldn't say no.
I see. So you're claiming this is all her fault, is that right?
Yes, exactly. I mean, using the word fault makes it sound weird, but she always offered to help me out whenever I was in a pinch. It's not like I ever asked her to do things for me, but at the same time, I didn't see any reason to refuse her kind offers.
In that case, why did you abuse her in those messages and order her to leave the wedding?
Well, that was, there's a perfectly good explanation, I swear.
You're such a shameless lowlife. You're such a disgraceful snake that you kicked your friend, who'd go to the ends of the earth to help you, and literally has repeatedly over the last 20 years, out of your wedding after hurling a torrent of hurtful abuse at her. Surely you understand this isn't the behavior of a decent human being. Heck, this isn't even the behavior of someone mentally healthy. You're sick.
No, you're getting this all wrong, Dick. There are some things that only us girls and that only friends can understand. You had to be there. It made sense at the time. You don't have anything to do with mine and Rachel's relationship, right? Surely you must know you're commenting on things you don't understand here. I don't want to sound rude, but I'd be super grateful if you just left us alone.
Nope. No can do. I can't watch you disrespect and abuse my childhood friend while standing by doing nothing. Oh yeah, and one other thing. How the hell do you know my dad's the CEO of Soylent Corp?
Huh?
I haven't told anyone about that, least of all you. I haven't told anyone about my family's involvement with Soylent Corp, and I can't for the life of me figure out how you know. I hadn't even told Rachel, and she's my frickin' childhood friend.
But that's not true. You told me, babe, don't you remember? I'll come to think of it, I think you might have had a few beers. I guess you were just a little drunk and forgot the next day.
I haven't had a beer in over 10 years, idiot, but you knew that, didn't you?
I guess maybe I did.
It all makes sense now. That's why you made all your advances against me, isn't it? You knew I was set to become CEO of Soylent Corp one day, and that's why you inserted yourself into my life and went on your charm offensive.
No way. Oh, it's not like that at all. I swear. Oh my God, if only you knew how wrong you are. I promise you, baby, I only found out after we started dating. I didn't have the faintest idea when we met. Please, you have to believe me.
With this, my ascension into the ranks of world-famous celebrities is set in stone. Why don't you tell me who said that, Stacy?
No. That was just a lighthearted joke between friends. I didn't mean it. I swear. Please, Dick, please believe me.
A lighthearted joke between friends? That's funny. I thought you said you'd never thought of Rachel as a friend.
Well, you see, oh, just wait a second, please. Baby, you're not serious about this whole calling off the wedding business, are you? You wouldn't throw away what we have so easily, would you? Please reconsider, baby. I'm begging you, please.
I trust you less with every word you say. There's absolutely no way I'm marrying you now. I wouldn't do it even if you paid me $1 million.
But your relatives are opposed to calling it off, right?
Sure, but they're only thinking about protecting the company's image and their own precious reputations. They just want to avoid the embarrassment of people finding out someone in their family's wedding got canceled on the day of the ceremony.
Aha! Well, in that case, I think we better go ahead with it.
I don't live my life to protect my family's company or the reputations of others. I live my life for me. Besides, you must be insane if you think I'd even dream of marrying the kind of scumbag who insults my childhood friend. Rachel didn't deserve any of the crap you said to her, and you should be ashamed of yourself. You make me feel physically sick, and I never want to see you again. Goodbye.
No, wait, don't do this. You're my special love muffin, and I can't bear to lose you. No. Oi, Rachel, are you there? You need to come and fix this mess at once. What am I supposed to do if my wedding gets canceled? Oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. Huh? Didn't you block me? Sure, but I just unblocked you. You should be grateful. Anyway, forget about that. You need to come back to this hotel and do something about the shit show that's unfolding here as soon as possible. If you don't, Dick's going to cancel the wedding. Going? Future tense? I already told you, Stacy, the wedding already got canceled. Past tense. Everyone's going home already, right? No! No! I won't accept it. This wedding can still be saved. I just know it. There are still a few people here. We can still do this. Burying your head in the sand isn't going to change anything, Stacy. I know it sucks, but the sooner you accept it, the less painful it'll be for you in the long run. Dick's always been the thoughtful but decisive type. He can sometimes take a while to make his mind up, but when he does, he means it. Quit talking about my husband like you know him. If he was thoughtful, he wouldn't do something as reckless as canceling our goddamn wedding. This surpasses the bounds of common sense. I mean, dumped on my own wedding day? This is only supposed to happen in the movies. Now quit babbling and get your ass down here and convince people to stop leaving. I don't know. Dragging myself back out there would be kind of awkward. I'm comfy on the sofa with my book now. Besides, I have a viewing booked for this evening. Huh? A viewing? Like on a house? Yep, I decided to move. You booked a viewing with a frickin' real estate agent after I kicked you out of the wedding? How the hell does your mind work? Huh? Is that weird? Is there supposed to be a way I was supposed to behave after being kicked out? I've always been a seize the day and take the bull by the horns kind of gal. Anyway, I need to get ready and head out soon, so I can't come now. Ugh, come to think of it, you've always been like this. I never did know what was going on in that head of yours. You sure were damn good at giving me the creeps. Was this your plan all along? Did you do it on purpose? Huh? What's that supposed to mean? You think I didn't notice how you played on your eccentric girl act to get attention from the boys in college? I was nothing but your tag-along while you got all the attention. Ugh, even thinking about it now gets me riled up. It was all an act, wasn't it? You were just playing a character to hide your true, unlovable self and get as much male attention as possible. Nope, I was just doing my darndest to live my best life. If that's a crime, sue me. Hang on, wait a sec. Are you saying I was popular in college? No way, I always thought you were way more popular than me. Huh? Think about it, you were always super kind. Sure, maybe people thought I was interesting and maybe kind of peculiar, but you were pretty much universally well-liked, plain and simple. You were the only one who ever listened to the things I had to say and actually took me seriously. No way. I never took you seriously. You're way off the mark if that's what it seemed like. But everyone else always poked fun at the way I spoke or the turns of phrase I used. They were so obsessed with how I came across that they never stopped to consider what I was actually saying. That's why I always loved you, Stacy. I thought you were great. I thought we were friends. Are you trying to make me feel bad? Huh? Do you feel bad? But why would I try to do that? Would I gain from it somehow? Yeah, well, of course you would. Anyway, you and Dick were childhood friends, right? You said I was your best friend, but you obviously had others. Dick moved to Japan with his mom and dad when we graduated elementary school. You knew he was raised in Japan and speaks fluent Japanese, right? Of course I know that. Of course, we met every year when he came back for Christmas, and we did stay in touch. But he was ultimately still a world away. There was only ever one person who was there for me through thick and thin. You. Ugh, is this another one of your stratagems? Are you trying to make me say sorry or something? No, nothing like that. It's just that, well, if this is the last time we'll ever speak, I may as well get everything I want to say off my chest, right? Anyway, I really should head off. I know you're probably about to go through some really stressful times, but I want you to stay strong. You're an amazing person, and I just know there's nothing you can't do if you put your mind to it. Huh? Wait, what? Hang on a sec. I thought we were about to make friends. Nope. Sorry, Stacy. I think this has to be the end for me and you. I don't know what'll happen between you and Dick, because that's between you and Dick, but as for me and you, yeah, no. What? But I thought you saw me as your best friend. Surely you'll give your best friend one last chance. I've already been abandoned by everyone else, but now you as well? What am I supposed to do? I'll never be able to make it in this world on my own. But you're the one who abandoned me. Anyway, bye. No, wait, let's make friends. We're best friends, right? Right? We go all the way back to middle school, right? Huh? Best friends? Oh, don't worry about that. It's just like you said earlier. I don't think of you as my friend at all anymore.
Rachel, I'm so sorry about everything that happened with Stacy. It must have really sucked for you to hear her say all that stuff. You didn't deserve any of it.
No kidding. You really should have done something about her before it reached the stage of getting married.
I would have if I'd had any idea what she was like before the wedding. I am grateful, though. Thanks to you, I found out what she was really like and dodged the bullet of a lifetime. I hope you don't let what happened get you down.
Huh? Why would I feel down?
What? You got betrayed by your best friend. That's obviously gotta suck, right? It wouldn't be strange if your head was in a really dark place right now.
But Stacy said it herself. She never thought of me as a friend, not even once. That's why I'm not sad at all.
Oh, I see. You move on from things quickly, huh?
It's not that I moved on. She said we were never friends, so I wasn't sad to begin with. Surely this whole thing was a bigger blow for you than it was for me. You just lost your fiancé.
Don't worry about me. I may be single again, but I learned some valuable lessons that'll stay with me forever.
That's the spirit. It's important to look on the bright side at times like this. All right, well, good luck finding the next one.
Thanks. One thing's for sure. The next time I meet someone, I'll make sure to ask if they're your childhood friend first.
After that, I heard that Stacy's entire family were disgusted with the way she'd behaved towards me on the wedding day. With that, moving back in with her parents was no longer an option, so apparently she lives alone in a small apartment in our hometown now. I got a few messages from unknown numbers that seemed awfully like Rachel begging for forgiveness. But ever since she told me she never saw me as a friend, I lost all interest in having anything to do with her. So I blocked her immediately every time. I do sometimes wonder what she's up to these days. But she's not my friend, and prying into the affairs of strangers is just plain rude, even if it's only in your head. A few years after the events of today's story, Dick found himself a new girlfriend. This time, she wasn't my childhood friend. Which is why something tells me that this time, they'll actually make it to the end of the wedding. My only concern is that when Dick gets busy with family life, I won't have anyone to keep me company. So, I think it's about time I found myself a boyfriend too. Okay, I've really had enough of you being in this family. You're such an annoying old hag who doesn't deserve my brother. You need to break up with him immediately. An ugly old hag like you shouldn't be so obsessed with a young and handsome man like my brother. It's so disgusting that you would target him like this. You really need to hurry up and disappear. I'm never going to approve of this relationship, so you need to leave and never come back. You're so gross, Olivia. Regina, you really need to take a chill pill. How dare you talk to me like this when I've been nothing but nice to you? So cut it out, all right? I shouldn't have to put up with this. You don't seriously feel like I'm taking your beloved brother away from you, do you? I'd never do that to you or the rest of your family. Why do you feel like I would do something like that? He's a grown man who makes his own decisions. I don't control who he does and doesn't see, okay? I love Jordan very much, Regina. Can't we all just get along like a family is actually supposed to? I don't understand where your outrageous thoughts are coming from. Huh? I really don't get you at all, Olivia. The way you define love and the way I define love is on very different levels. I know you're trying to take him away. You're a complete and utter stranger who thinks that you can do whatever you want. That's not how this works. I'm my brother's precious little sister. He needs me, and you're trying to tie him down. It makes no sense for you to think that you can take him away from me. I hate you so much right now. You need to get out of my sight forever. All you are is a disgusting and disease-filled parasite who wants to brainwash my brother into hating his family. How could you say something like that, Regina? You obviously don't know me very well, and you're definitely overreacting about all of this. I'm not trying to do anything. It's true that you're his little sister because you obviously share similar genetics and from the same bloodline and all of that. I get it. I really love Jordan, all right? I will continue to cherish him for as long as I live, Regina. I'm not going to do anything bad to him. You're family, so that's why it's hard for me to just treat you like some enemy. Do you not see that it's possible for us to actually get along and share your brother equally? I'm going to be his wife after all, but surely he'll still want to hang out with you. Yeah, there's no chance of that happening. How are we supposed to get along when you're going to drag him away from me so that I'll hardly see him? You know, if you were younger and cuter, then maybe I'd consider your proposition. At least I would know you wouldn't take him away because you wouldn't think about doing that if you were younger. But no, he had to go and choose some ugly old hag off the street to marry. I know you've got some sort of plan up your sleeve. Everything you do is so dodgy. I doubt this relationship because it makes no sense for my brother to choose someone who's older than him to marry. You're not blackmailing him into marriage, are you? What on earth? I'd never do such a thing. That's a horrible thing to do. We've been in a relationship for a while now, and it's great. I think we go well together. Why else would he bring me to your parents' house and introduce me to you and the rest of your family, huh? Look, on the contrary, I want to ask you a question. What is it going to take for you to accept me as your brother's partner? I thought that us girls were going to get along great, and then you turn around and say things like this? You know what? I've got no intention of admitting what it takes for me to accept you. I probably never will accept you into our family. If you can, Olivia, why don't you try rejuvenating yourself, huh? You know, make yourself, younger or something along those lines. Maybe then it won't be so hard to get along with you. It would be really nice if something could just happen to you so that you can start your reincarnation process. Then you'd be young again. You are so awful, Regina. Even when you say something as unrealistic as that, you'd basically not accept me as I am. Anything I do will never be enough, right? No matter what I do to try and change your mind about me, you'll never recognize me as being with Jordan, will you? Even though it's an unfair thing for you to do? But if this were to escalate and you'd never talk to me, don't you think Jordan would be sad to see that the women in his life don't even talk to each other? If you're his precious little sister, Regina, I'm sure he'd like you to get along with his wife as well, too. Don't you understand that? I'm marrying him soon. Well, you heard what I said before. I'll never approve of you being with my brother. I'm just asking you nicely to not force my brother into marrying you, okay? Especially since there are members of his family that don't want either of you together. You're not a good match for him at all. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? Are there others in the family who don't approve of me? Who said that to you? Don't you think it's obvious, Olivia? Man, you are so stupid sometimes. It seems that you keep bringing up the fact that you're going to get married to him. How about we not mention that at all so you can leave and never come back, okay? Let's leave all of that blank, all right? Oh my God, I can't believe you right now, Regina. You're making things so much more difficult than they have to be. I'm in Jordan's life now. You can't change that. Your brother is very kind and sweet, so maybe if we just get through this, we can actually try to get along. I get it. It's true that marriage is not just about the two of us. But we're not going to change our minds about the wedding just because of your ego, Regina. You can't stop us from loving each other. Excuse me? What did you just say to me? Are you saying that I'm selfish? How dare you say something so awful? I knew that you would say something like that. Ugh, I hate you so much right now. You won't get away with calling me selfish. I'm going to tell my brother what you said. You'll pay for this. Okay, if you want to do that, you can. I don't really care what you do, Regina, because what I said is true. Honestly, I think that Jordan will agree with me this time about this. You really think that'll happen? You're dreaming. My big brother always thinks of me first. He's always protected me from people being mean to me since I was little. I'm his precious little sister, and he'll cherish me way more than you, because we're the best brother and sister duo there is in this world. Okay, you're going way too far when it comes to your relationship with your brother. It's weird. But indeed, it seems in your eyes you're a good brother and sister team. If you're going to act like this, then I think you should be more open-minded when it comes to his relationship with me and accept that as well. You know that I can never replace the connection that you have with Jordan, but you can't just push me away from him if he loves me. I'm not taking away Jordan. Do you understand me? Would you quit trying to get me to accept you into our family? Can't you please just stay out of the way? My brother shouldn't be hanging around such a wrinkly and ugly old hag. He should be dating other women who are younger and more beautiful than you. You really need to put a potato sack over your entire head and hide yourself. Wow, and I thought this conversation couldn't get any worse. Maybe I'm not the most beautiful person on the planet. I get that I'm no oil painting. But we've already got our reasons for wanting to get married to each other. We aren't going to back out of this plan, Regina. Oh, come on, would you just shut up already? You're making things even worse for yourself, Olivia. I'm not done with this conversation, but you're obviously not getting it. How about we move this conversation to in person? Maybe then we'll get somewhere when we actually try and talk to each other. It'll be good for you to see me, because then you'll do what your precious little sister-in-law says. Maybe you can become a little more aware of your position. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good idea to me. I really don't know if we'll ever be on the same page. I don't want to have this talk in person. But if you talking what you need to talk about makes you feel any better, then go for it. But I really don't think you're seeing eye to eye with me, Jordan, or anybody else. Oh my god, I did it! I really can't believe I did it! But everything is all good. You know, Olivia, this is your fault since you weren't listening to my advice. Oh, Regina, are you kidding me? Don't tell me that what people are saying is true. I really didn't think that you'd do this. It's such a brilliant idea, though, my dear sister-in-law. I came to your wedding in my mourning clothes since I thought that this is more like a funeral. If you think for 1 second that you can have a happy marriage with my brother, you're so wrong, Olivia. I'm surprised that you're still alive. I should have gone back to the other day when I pushed you down the stairs. I should have shoved you harder. I don't even know how you survived the fall.
That's it. I've had enough of your actions, Regina. This is goodbye to you forever. Don't even think about appearing in front of us ever again. How could you be like this to Olivia?
Jordan, is that you? What on earth are you talking about? I'm not being like anything to Olivia. I haven't got a clue what you're talking about.
I'm so disappointed in you. I thought that you were the sister who loved her brother, but obviously you're just an evil woman. I had no idea that this had gone this far.
Jordan, please don't speak of such things. I'd never do anything to you, okay? What on earth is going on here? Hey, Olivia, would you cut the crap out?
It's me, you moron. It's Jordan. I knew that things were going on between you two, so I couldn't resist looking at Olivia's phone, so I took it. I'm never going to forgive you for hurting someone so important to me. You've hurt her physically, emotionally, and mentally, and this has gone far enough. Now with the get-up you have on, you're too out of place for this ceremony, so you need to get out of here right now. I mean, Regina, just go and stop causing trouble. And I've got no intention of seeing you ever again. You're no sister of mine anymore. Our relationship doesn't exist anymore because you ruined it. Since you're wearing your mourning outfit, maybe you can have your own little funeral on how you murdered the relationship you had with your brother.
Whoa, Jordan, please just hold on a minute, okay? Is this seriously you right now? This isn't some prank to get back at me dressing in black clothing, is it? There's absolutely no way that my brother would say things like that. Hey, you said that you'd always be on my side. Why would you say that when you never ever want to see me again?
Because you've ruined everything and you've gone way too far. I don't want anything to do with you. If you don't believe that it's me, that's on you. Wow, Regina, you've really done it this time. You've really annoyed your brother this time. I guess he was being serious when he said he was cutting ties with you. I think the best thing for you to do right now is to take yourself out of the situation and leave the wedding venue right now. If you could do that before things get worse.
Please, just wait a second. Why on earth is he taking your side and not my side? I thought that he and I were allies in life. Give the phone back to my brother. You're such a thief. Jordan and I were trying to have a conversation. I need to sort this all out with him, so put him back on so I can message him.
That's what we've all been talking about this whole time, Regina. You're horrible when it comes to me, and your brother has finally gotten sick of you. I guess I have no choice but to ask the security guards to do something about you now since you're not budging. Please remove yourself now if you don't want to be thrown out.
You know what? I'm not convinced about what happened yesterday. I reckon that this was all a huge prank to get back at me. Why should I have to be the one who has to leave my brother alone? And also, none of my relatives are on my side with this either. Why? You know, I think that you've poisoned everyone's mind and turned all of them against me. That's why none of them are talking to me right now.
Did you not get what I was saying to you yesterday, Regina? I told you to never contact me again. I've cut ties with you. You're not my sister anymore. I don't want to be around some woman who's naive, selfish, and hateful like you. I've had enough, and I won't be putting myself into a situation like this again.
Why would you say something like that to your own sister? But I really love you, Jordan. You're my brother after all. How don't you see that?
Do you even remember what you did to Olivia, Regina? No matter how many times you told Olivia that you wouldn't accept her into the family, you still caused trouble. You kept calling her out for things she hasn't even done or feels about, and then you go and push her down the stairs? Why would you do such a thing to someone I love? Don't you realize how violent that act was? Don't you see that you're basically a criminal now because you intentionally hurt somebody? I know that it was on purpose.
What? Are you seriously calling me a criminal now? I'm nothing of the sort. All the things I did and said were for you, Jordan. Don't you see that? Don't you see that you're being completely deceived by this woman? Why would you go and marry such an old hag like her? She does nothing for you.
You're being so ridiculous. No matter who I marry, you'd only complain about her because you're so creepy with your so-called protectiveness of me. Even if I were to have dated a younger woman, you'd still probably turn around and tell me that she's just trying to get at my money or something like that. You're such a stupid and incompetent person, Regina. Should I really even call you a woman with the way you've been acting? You've been so immature. I wouldn't be surprised if you ended up saying all these horrible things to any of the women that I've wanted to date. You're just that type of person, and I hate it.
Hey, that's not true at all. You've got no idea what I say, and I'd only be doing it because I'm trying to protect you from all the ugly old gold diggers like your wife. How dare you go and marry her and then kick me out of the venue when I was just trying to stop her marrying you? I hate that woman. She's horrible.
Do you really believe that my own wife is like that? I've been going on many dates with different women, and some I brought home to introduce to you and our parents. Now that I think back to those times, even though it started off with small things, you've been harassing them for such a long time now. They broke up with me because of you.
What on earth did you just say to me? It was never my fault that they broke up with you. They were all terrible women anyway. Even if I were the kind of woman who would break up relationships, you'd still decide to break up with them someday anyway.
So that's what you think. I used to admit that to myself when you used to play up. That I would have broken up with them if I was still with them. But this time, everything was different. Olivia isn't like the other women that I've dated. I wanted to marry her. What you said isn't true anymore.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you disagreeing with me? Are you kidding me right now, Jordan? She's brainwashed you, hasn't she?
No matter how malicious you are and what kind of interference you make, you were just making sure that I would just accept it this entire time. I don't believe that I'm related to someone like you. No one whose blood would try and ruin a wedding by hurting and humiliating the bride.
Do you know why I've never dated any younger men, Jordan? It's because I didn't want to lose my brother, all right?
What's that got to do with what's going on, Regina? It's on you if you've done something like that. I don't care. Besides, it never would have happened because I'm not nuts. Up until now, I didn't even notice that you were out doing such cruel things. I feel terrible. Even when my ex-girlfriend said bad things about you, I thought that it was a huge mistake and I thought they were lying just to get back at me or something like that. But they were right. I thought that you were just being cute because you were getting jealous of all the female attention that I was getting, but I was so wrong. But after seeing and hearing what you were doing to my wife, it all became clear to me. I was stupid for not noticing, but you've gone way too far.
What are you talking about, Jordan? You know that's not even remotely true, okay? Don't you see that I was trying to help you get away from that evil woman? All I wanted was for you to date a nice woman who supports you and looks after you really well. Is that so bad, Jordan? I wanted you to be with a better woman.
What does that even mean? A better woman? I think I know a great woman when I see one, Regina. And that's my wife, Olivia. Are you telling me that there were better options for me out there than my own wife? Do you know how unrealistic you're being? All right, if she isn't good enough, then who is? Tell me specifically, who would be good enough in your opinion? What kind of person would you approve of, Regina?
Well, I haven't put a whole lot of thought into it since I never thought that you'd ever ask me this sort of question. I guess a model? Or an actress?
Even if I were to date someone who's in that profession, I'm sure that I'd still be deceived because they'd put their work before our relationship, and that wouldn't be fair. You've really given no truth to what you've been saying up until now. I'm getting so sick of it. But Olivia and I would agree with each other on that point. I've been nothing but nice to you for your entire life, Regina. And this is how you repay me? I never said anything bad to you ever.
Huh? What do you mean? But didn't you just say that you were cutting ties with me before? Doesn't that count as saying a bad thing?
No, it doesn't, because to be honest, it's not a bad thing to say. The women I've been with have definitely told me to do this, but then I avoided them because I didn't want to do that to you. But in the end, I finally realized that I was the one who was blind to all the things you were doing this entire time. I feel so dumb right now.
But you don't get what's been going on, Jordan. Olivia's just been acting like a good woman when she's not, okay? Don't be fooled by her brainwashing techniques.
What are you on about, Regina? What are you so threatened by? You ended up pushing her down the stairs, and for what? Because you think she's doing something? She's been nothing but nice to you. She told me the truth about what's going on because she knew she couldn't lie to me about it anymore. She knew how important you are to me, so she wasn't sure I would take her word for it. She knew how upset I was about this when she told me, and she embraced me.
Oh, come on, Jordan. There's no way that I would do the things that she's been saying to you. You're being deceived, Jordan. Don't believe her.
But all you had to do was say it yourself. I read all the messages that you sent to the conversation thread. You pushed Olivia down the stairs. You were wondering how she was still alive since you shoved her so hard. What kind of person says that to someone? Obviously, only a criminal would say something like that.
But that's not true. I was only joking about that. I wouldn't intentionally say something like that. And I'm not a criminal. Come on, don't you believe me?
We have the evidence of you saying all these things to Olivia. Don't you get it? You've been caught red-handed and you're still denying what you did? Don't you have any empathy for other people? I swear that you're a sociopath sometimes. You know what? I'm finally convinced that all these actions are your doing. That things that Olivia had said that I didn't believe and what she's been through recently is finally connecting together for me. You're way too much for me to handle. What kind of sister are you? You're obviously not protecting me. You're just trying to ruin my life and almost murder my wife in the process. Don't even think about trying to get back into my life. I'm telling you right now, if you try to touch Olivia ever again, I'll never forgive you for anything.
But that's not fair, Jordan. All I wanted to do was protect you from Olivia. I get so many bad vibes from her. You can't just shove me out of your life. But if you're going to do that, I suppose there's not much for me to do now. Is there any chance that you'll change your mind? Okay, you know what? I don't want you to leave me, so I just wanted to apologize for everything that's happened up until this point. Just please don't cut ties with me, Jordan.
This conversation is all over the place, Regina. I never know what to believe in anymore. I'm so done with this crap. Don't appear in front of me ever again, Regina.
Are you seriously kidding me? You've really gone way too far this time, Regina. You set my house on fire while I was sleeping, didn't you? Wait, what? Who is this? Oh, it's you, Olivia. This is a surprise. Why are you messaging me right now? A fire? What on earth are you talking about? I'm so relieved. You're so out of your mind. This is insane. Do you not want to help out your brother? I thought you loved him so much, Regina, but I guess you don't. And yet you go ahead and do something like this just to make him hurt some more? Is this what it means to return a favor to somebody? Oh, come on, don't get so carried away. I told you to break up with my brother straight away, and you didn't listen to me. It's all your fault for not listening to other people's advice. You're not trying to make a baby with my brother, are you? How dare you try and do this without my permission? I told you I'd never forgive you if you continued to be with Jordan. Oh my God, Regina, you've completely lost it. You're absolutely sick in the head. How many times do I have to tell you until it sinks in? You're making this impossible. I had no intention of breaking up with Jordan because we love each other very much, and I don't give a crap about your opinion anymore. It's none of your business. Why on earth are you still trying to continue destroying our lives? You're nothing but a homewrecker, and your obsession with Jordan is so gross and weird. Hey, shut up. I'm not a bad person, okay? My brother is mine, and he needs to be protected from old hags like you. We are connected through blood, and you can't change that. How dare you try and get pregnant with my brother? I'm pretty sure he never wanted children in the first place. This is not good at all. You're literally crazy, Regina. You tried to basically end my life. Don't you realize that's a criminal offense? You're going to get thrown in jail if you don't watch what you say. What the heck are you talking about? How could I possibly be thrown in jail? You've got no evidence of me doing anything to you. Well, I wanted to tell you that I actually do have evidence of you pushing me down the stairs. I knew that you were acting very odd, and I feared for my safety. Huh? Excuse me? What do you mean that you have evidence? How could you possibly have evidence against me? Stop lying to yourself, Olivia. Well, like I said, I thought this was a good opportunity to boost my house security. I put in hidden cameras so that in case something happened, we caught it on tape. You've been secretly filming me without my permission? Isn't that a crime within itself? How dare you turn this whole thing against me? Hey, I'm allowed to have my own security cameras. Plus, you basically confessed in a message that it was you who pushed me down the stairs, so stop lying about it. You came around to my house and committed a crime. The data was taken off the tape and I sent it to Jordan. He was looking it over and he is fuming. Okay, you got me, all right? Look, I'm really sorry about all of this. Just please don't turn me into the police. I can make all of this up to you. Look, I had no idea that you were pregnant and that I would actually have the guts to do what I did. I didn't mean to. It was all an honest mistake. You knew what you were doing, Regina. You were doing all of this intentionally. You knew I was pregnant and you knew that you were destroying our lives. We don't want to have anything to do with you ever again. You don't deserve to be in our lives and your brother doesn't need you anymore. I'm really sorry. Please tell Jordan to not cut me off. I'll make it up to both of you. I'll take care of errands or something. Please don't bring the cops or anything into this. I am begging you not to do that. No, you've gone way too far, Regina. We never want to hear from you ever again. If you try and do anything else to us, we'll call the police and they will throw you in prison. In the end, Olivia and Jordan moved out of their apartment because of the incident. Fortunately, Jordan works for a company that understood the situation he's in. They were glad to finally move away from where they were living. After that, Regina was taken away by the police and was forced to pay for the crimes that she had committed. She seems to be on the brink of despair, and you can't help but think where it all went wrong for her. She was left abandoned by the rest of her relatives and, of course, was cut off by her beloved brother. There was no way that she was getting back into their lives after all the things she did. Let's hope she rehabilitates in prison.
Hey, Kaylee! Your anniversary is coming up soon. It's gonna be awesome. It's still so sad we lost her. What's so funny? Why are you laughing? It's been a year already. I think that it is better to be happy than mopey and sad. It's my way of being kind. It doesn't seem kind to me. Are you making fun of me? Stop being paranoid. I'm not making fun of you. Are you okay? It definitely feels like you're making fun of me. I'm trying to make it a lighter topic. I mean, you lost your child and divorced your husband because of it. You've had a tough time. It's sad. So what are you on about? What do you actually want? I can't understand the whole anniversary angle. Like you said, there's nothing pretty about what happened. I was thinking we could do something to celebrate. Celebrate? What do you mean? I thought maybe we could do something for Sasha's anniversary. That's why I reached out to you. Do you have any ideas? Do you even realize what you're saying? How could you ask me to celebrate my daughter's death? Well, just being sad all the time isn't helpful. Your child would probably prefer it this way. It's a good idea, right? What does Colin think about this? He's totally on board. He even thanked me for thinking about a sister like this. Elite business people really get it. They celebrate death. You guys are seriously messed up. I can't understand you at all. You're the one who's messed up. Rejecting people's kindness and acting all bitter? What kind of upbringing did you have? I don't need to hear that from you. I was raised by a great dad who runs a top company. I'm pretty accomplished myself. Really? I think your dad would be disappointed if he knew about this. He and I have a deep connection, so there's no way he'd be disappointed. Honestly, it's probably a good thing your kid didn't grow up with you as a mom. Who knows what kind of adult she'd have turned into. Not like we can ever know now, though, right? You evil bitch. Anyway, think about the anniversary celebration. I'll help with the decorations and stuff. Hey Kaylee, I just had a great idea. Tomorrow is your kid's anniversary, and it's close to my due date. So I'm thinking of scheduling a C-section to have my baby on that date. Isn't that a brilliant idea? Are you serious? Of course! I'm always serious. I thought overlapping my daughter's birthday with the anniversary might help you move past the sadness. That's ridiculous. If she happened to be born on that day, fine. But planning it like this makes no sense. You really don't understand kindness, do you? I'm suggesting this for your sake. How is this for my sake? You just want to mess with me. Say what you want, but I've decided. I'm having my C-section on your daughter's anniversary. How does it feel to say congrats on the day your daughter died? Haha. I will never forgive you. Wow, so scary.
Why are you so mad? She's doing it for you, you know.
You're crazy too. It's obvious she's mocking me.
It's none of my business. Don't drag me into this.
Your wife is harassing me. Don't you think you should do something about it?
There's nothing to fix. It's fine if she has the baby tomorrow. Let's focus on the new life instead of past tragedies.
How can you talk about my child like that?
There's no point in staying sad forever. Plus, we've got to work together, and she wants you to move on and focus on that.
You just want a loan from me, right? I'm shocked you still expect a loan after all this.
What? Are you planning to back out?
After how you've treated me, I don't feel like giving the loan anymore. You only care about yourself. I'm disappointed.
Are you kidding me? Work and personal stuff are separate. I've been moving forward with the business assuming you'd fund it. Don't screw me over now.
I didn't say I'd cancel it yet, but with her around, I don't want to deal with you guys at all. In work or personal life. You're both just negative for me.
You're being ridiculous. Are you telling me to divorce her? That's impossible.
Why is it impossible? Give me a reason.
I'm independent thanks to her dad's support. Divorcing her would betray his trust and mess up my situation. Please understand, I don't want any trouble.
So you want me to ignore her behavior just to keep your father-in-law happy?
It's not that bad. Sure, she can be mean, but you're an adult. Just don't engage with her.
You're calling me immature? You rely on others for everything and do nothing yourself. I'm done.
Hey, wait. Think this through calmly.
I am calm. The more I think about it, the less reason I have to help you.
Come on, don't be ridiculous.
Hey, what's this about canceling the loan for Colin's company? Of course. You insulted me and my precious daughter. I told you I'd never forgive that. What? Did you think that I was only joking? We didn't insult you. I made suggestions thinking they'd help you. Don't play dumb. You clearly insulted me. I'm done with you and your husband. No more business. No more family ties. We're done. You're so immature. Work and personal life should be separate. Colin said the same thing, but I disagree. He's the one who's been relying on family favors for help. Family favors? What do you mean? Exactly what it sounds like. You guys start with your dad's help, and still relies on him. Now he's turning to me because things aren't going well. You think you're so smart. My dad has a lot of power. Canceling the loan means you're making an enemy of him. Are you ready for that? Making an enemy of him? That's not true. I talked to your dad last night. What? What do you mean? I showed him the screenshots of the messages you sent me. He was furious with you. What the hell? Why did you do that? Why? I thought it was the right thing to do. Isn't that what you said before? So, what did my dad say? Like I said, he was furious. He's cutting off support for your brother's company and cutting ties with both of you. Both of us? I can't understand why, though. I guess you aren't that sharp. My dad would never cut ties with me. You're lying. I'm not lying. You said things to me that made your dad want to cut ties with you. If you can't see that, then that's really scary. This is ridiculous. You insulted a life and someone's dignity. It's not ridiculous at all. What's ridiculous is the fact that you can't understand. It's really simple. And actually, you were getting off easy, I believe. Are you planning to do anything else? I haven't done anything yet. It's my right to cancel the loan and talk to your dad. Payback is just getting started. Don't mess with me. I'm calling my dad and getting to the bottom of this. I'll prove you're bluffing. Go ahead, be my guest. Hey, my dad just told me to start packing. What the hell? Yes, because you're living in a house that's in my name. What? I never heard that. He was living there alone before we got married, and then I moved in. This has nothing to do with you. Actually, it does. That house was our family home. When I bought my parents a condo, the house was transferred to me. My brother has no rights to it. I was just letting him stay there. What? Is that true? He never told me any of this. He probably wanted to look good in front of you. Pretending it was his house would also fool your dad. But that's besides the point. It's my house, so you need to move out.
What's going on?
I talked to my father. He has sided with your sister. He said we both have to move out immediately.
What? Seriously? But why me too? Is he mad at me as well?
What do you mean by that?
This all started because you messed with my sister. I didn't do anything wrong.
You agreed with the C-section plan. You said your sister needed to be put in her place.
I never said that. Do you have proof?
When we talked the other day, you said it.
Show me the proof. I was against it, making her kid's death anniversary and our baby's birth on the same day. No way.
How cowardly can you get? Trying to get on my dad's good side?
I'm just saying what's right. If you think I was part of the harassment, show me proof.
You're the worst.
You just had to make things worse. You showed our messages to my dad?
You were trying to avoid responsibility. It wasn't right to put all the blame on your wife.
But I wasn't on board with it. That's the truth. Sure, I didn't stop her, and that was wrong.
Our dad's also mad about how you treated me. There's no getting out of this. I don't believe you were on board with it.
It's true. If you cancel the loan and my dad cuts me off, I'm done for.
That's your own fault. You're a pathetic person.
We're family by blood. I'll reflect and apologize to you. Just give me one more chance.
Why don't you think about how you're going to live from now on? No point in dwelling on the past. Those are your own words to me. I was wrong. I was jealous and acted immaturely. I won't accept your apology. It's too late. Please, just hear me out. I've been through a lot too, stuck between my dad and my husband. That doesn't justify insulting someone. You were probably just mad that your dad was helping me and not giving you as much attention. I worked so hard to help my dad with his business, but it was always helping you instead. You never even tried to get a job. You were just living off your dad. You were sucking up to him for pocket money. It's always been pathetic to me. Same with my brother. You're talking all high and mighty. You're just holed up at home working, aren't you? I run an online shop, just so you know. And let me tell you, it's doing way better than my brother's company, which needs financial aid. I couldn't care less about him. I've decided to divorce him. Is that so? You two are a perfect match, though. You've got quite the mouth on you. I wonder what my dad would think if he heard you talking like that. I wonder too. I'll ask him since he's here. Huh? He's not too pleased, but he agrees that you two are both losers. Hold on a sec. What do you mean he's here? It's not just your dad here. We're having a family discussion with a few relatives right now. Huh? What's this discussion about? So I've informed the family about what happened. Everyone says they're cutting ties with you two. Makes sense, right? Everyone? Yep, they're discussing what to do with the house after you two leave. We're thinking of handing it over to your dad's company and using it for some business ventures. There are other things to talk about too. Hold up! If I lose my husband and my home and get cut off from my family, how am I supposed to live? I don't know. You're an adult. Figure it out. Please, let me talk to my dad. If I sincerely apologize, he'll forgive me, I'm sure. First of all, that's a flawed idea. Shouldn't you be apologizing to me and my child? You just want forgiveness, not to actually apologize, right? Of course, I feel bad for you guys too. I genuinely apologize. I'm sorry. I already said I won't accept your apology. What's so funny? What's wrong with you? It's better to laugh than cry, don't you think? This is my way of being kind. They were permanently estranged from the family. With no home to go to, they were left homeless. But since she was in her last month of pregnancy, her father-in-law had to take her to the hospital. A few days later, the child was born safely, taken in by her father-in-law. She seemed to have misunderstood that she was forgiven, but he hadn't changed his mind. He expelled her immediately and completely cut off all contact. He left no chance for reconciliation. Her brother's company went bankrupt, of course. He failed in his business ventures and ended up with huge debts. Even she, who had cooperated with him to make money, was burdened with debt. The two of them were in a desperate situation, and it's unclear where they are or what they're doing now. Rumor has it they're being forced into harsh physical labor by loan sharks. Her child is being raised by her grandparents and is now 3 years old. I cherish the child as if they were my own. Sometimes I get lonely thinking about my own child, but I'm happy to have someone else to love.
Hey, Liam, are you there? I just wanted to have a little chat with you. You do know that I'm going to be getting married soon, right? It's just that my brother said that you had heard I was getting married and were even thinking about going to the wedding. Is that really true? Are you wanting to come to my wedding?
Oh, hello, Irene. It's been a while since you and I have last spoken, hasn't it? Well, first of all, I just wanted to say that I'm excited for your wedding, and congratulations on the engagement. Cameron has told me all about it. As far as going, well, of course I was going to go to your wedding. Cam and I are both so excited for it.
Ah, I see. Yeah, this is the kind of thing that I was afraid of. Liam, you know that you only have a GED and, well, I'm going to be marrying someone from Europe who comes from a rather prestigious background. So I hope that you can see why having to explain that someone like you is also part of the family will be... Well, you can understand how bad it would make me look, right?
Hold on a second. I'm a little confused right now. Are you saying that you have a problem with me coming to your wedding because of my education level? I don't even know why that would even really need to come up at all. I mean, couldn't you just introduce me as your brother's partner and be done with it? Or am I to understand that you really just don't want me at your wedding that badly?
But I am right about this. The fact of the matter is that you couldn't even finish high school and you had to go back to get your little certificate. You know, most normal people don't have any problems getting through high school. It's a pretty basic thing. I honestly don't even understand how you've survived for this long with a brain like yours. But anyways, this is exactly the kind of embarrassing thing that I'm worried about happening if you do show up at my wedding.
Again, I really don't know why would ever actually have to bring that up if it bothered you that much. Besides, I told you that I don't have a GED and that it's just that I didn't finish my schooling here. But I'm sure that I've explained to you that I have at least the equivalent of a college degree. But more than that, I don't really think that that's the main problem here. I mean, why do you feel the need to put someone down for something like this anyways? I think that maybe you should just forget about all of this and just have a normal wedding with none of this scheming.
Ugh, you would say something like that, you complete failure. I have no idea just what my brother was thinking, marrying a loser like you. If he had come to me to ask about it, I would have told him no right away. I would have stopped the whole thing. But now, because you two are married, I'll have to introduce you as my brother-in-law. It's so humiliating. You're just a huge embarrassment.
I'm worrying, Irene, but I really don't know where any of this is coming from at all. I mean, I think that we might be having some kind of misunderstanding between the two of us. But anyways, Cam and I are still planning on being there for your wedding. Unless you're saying that you really don't want us to be there, because if that's the case, then I just won't go where I'm not wanted. I mean, it seems like you have the biggest problem with me being there for some reason. So if it's really that big of a deal, I just won't go.
Wait a second, are you serious? You're really saying that you don't want to come to my wedding? What is the matter with you? You're my brother-in-law, and now you're telling me that you don't even want to show up at my wedding? I really have to say that I'm shocked that you could even say something like that. Are you trying to make my older brother look bad? And here I thought that you actually cared about Cameron.
Wait, what? I'm sorry. I'm still really confused about what's going on here. Can you please just tell me what it is you'd like me to do? Because it sounds like you don't want me to be at your wedding. But now you're making it sound like I have to be at your wedding as well. So which do you want?
Oh man, what was I thinking, trying to make someone like you figure this all out on their own? I should have known that you'd be too stupid to figure this out. You are going to be at my wedding, and you are going to come as my brother's partner. It may be a little embarrassing at first, but I'm going to make sure that you understand the shame that should come with not finishing school like you did.
Again, you're just insulting me because you seem to think that I'm something that I'm not, and I really don't appreciate that. In fact, I'm proud of all that I've been able to accomplish. I really don't understand why you have to be like this towards me. I wish that we could just get along.
You expect me to get along with you when you haven't even been to college? Not only have I been to college, but I've even graduated. So there. I just don't get how you think I'd be able to lower myself down to your level to try and get along. But I guess it makes sense that you just wouldn't understand how the world really works.
You really think that you need school to tell you how the world works? I mean, school does a lot of things, of course, but it's not the be-all, end-all. Look, the point is that I'm really happy that you're getting married, and Cam and I would really like to attend your wedding if that's what you really want. But I would really appreciate it if you and I could try to get along. I don't want this thing to turn into some big thing, okay?
Oh, don't you worry about that. I'll be sure not to tell my fiancé that you haven't even really graduated high school. After all, it would be so embarrassing if he knew.
Oh, by the way, you do speak a bit of German, right? I just remember you telling Cam that your fiancé was from Germany, right?
And just why would someone like you want to know something like that, huh? Are you just jealous that you've never even had the chance to get with someone like my Hans? But yes, to answer your question, my German is quite good, and I can speak it like the best of them. So that's just another example of how you and I are on two completely different levels.
I wasn't trying to say that you and I were on the same level at all. Actually, I was only asking if you spoke German, since I didn't actually know for myself. So then your husband is actually from Germany then. Do I understand that right?
And just why would you want to know something like that? Do you think you want to try and steal my man away from me? Because I don't think he swings that way.
What? Are you serious? Of course that's not what I'm trying to say at all. I mean, your brother and I are literally married. Besides, why in the world would I try to steal someone who is A, your fiancé, and B, presumably straight?
I don't need to be asked those kinds of questions by you, you little nobody. And I will warn you now that you just should not even try this. My fiancé is way above anywhere that you'll ever be. You two live in completely different worlds, and you don't even stand a chance. So why don't you just back off right now?
I really don't think that what you think is going on. I mean, don't you think you're being rude to your brother at this point?
I'll tell you all about my fiancé if you really want to know, though. Yes, he's from Germany, Berlin to be exact. He's big into fintech and is a rising star in his company, and most importantly, he is all mine.
Okay then. Then it's all good to know. Thank you. By the way, what happened to that drummer from that band? I thought you guys were dating last year, right?
And just how in the world did you hear about that, huh? What does that have to do with you? You tell me who you heard about that from right now. I'm serious.
I heard it from you, actually. We were at your parents' house for the holiday, and you got drunk and started talking about him.
I did not. I didn't do anything like that at all, and I never ever would have talked about him. Don't you dare try and make fun of me like that. You think you'll get away with this?
I'm not trying to make fun of you or get away with anything at all. I swear, I just really didn't know if you two were dating or if I had a misunderstanding or something. Look, I know that this conversation has been kind of all over the place, but I just want to let you know that I really am happy for your marriage. I think it's a great thing, and I just want to let you know that Cam and I are really looking forward to being there for you.
Oh, you both better be looking forward to it. I am going to make you so embarrassed for even showing up, though. It is going to be hilarious.
Okay, I really am trying to look forward to this and stay positive. But you make it really difficult for me when you say things like that. Hey Cam, are you there? I kind of wanted to talk to you a little bit about your sister, if that's all right. I don't know what I did, but it seems like anything I do, she always gets mad at me. I never mean to upset her about anything, but I guess I just end up saying the wrong thing and making her mad. Well, what makes you think that she's mad at you now? I mean, what is it that you did that you think made her upset like this? We were texting just now, and then she started accusing me of trying to make fun of her and acted as if I was looking down on her. But if anything, the case was the exact opposite. I mean, she was the one saying actually hurtful things about me the entire conversation. I mean, I don't really care what she has to say about me, but I wish that we could just get along and be friends instead. I take that she was still going on about thinking that you only have your GED from high school. Is that right? We've tried explaining that's not the case at all to her. But she just won't listen no matter how hard we try. I am really running out of ideas. I mean, I have no idea what we could even do at this point. I know what you mean. We really have tried to be patient with her. But it's like no matter what we do, she just won't listen to what we have to tell her. But either way, I do think it's cool that she's engaged to be married now, so that's something I'm happy about for her. Oh yeah, I think it's great too, and my mom is just over the moon about it. I think she's more excited than Irene even. Plus, it sounds like there are going to be a ton of people at the wedding. I'm really looking forward to get to see many different family members there. Yeah, I think it's great that you're going to have so many family members there and all. That's actually something I'm kind of worried about. But anyways, I was talking to Irene a bit about her fiance and all. I actually didn't know that Irene could speak any German at all, but I think it's great that she can. Wait, what? What do you mean? Irene can speak German? What are you talking about? Well, I mean, that's what she told me. She told me that she could speak German. I assumed she learned it from her fiance or maybe studied it before. I don't really know about Irene at all, but from what I've heard from Mom, her fiance just speaks English all the time when he meets her. Apparently, he's basically fluent in it. Oh, really? So they can both speak each other's languages or something? Is that it? Actually, I guess her fiance was actually born here in the United States, but ended up moving back to Germany when he was really little. But I guess he had been in the US long enough to acquire English, and then of course he learned German back in Germany. And I'm pretty sure both of his parents are German by birth as well. So I always imagined that him and Irene communicated in English when they talked. Like I said, I don't actually know about her speaking any German. Oh, I see. Well, it's just that's what Irene had said to me. She told me that she could speak German. Yes, I'm sure she said that. But I think my sister is the kind of thing to blurt out whatever she thinks will impress someone she's trying to fight with. I mean, I don't like to talk bad about my sister like this. But the fact is, this is just the behavior she engages in. Oh, well, hopefully there's a little grain of truth under everything that she is saying. But anyways, just double checked. You are still wanting to go to her wedding, right? Of course. I have so many family members there who are really looking forward to getting to meet you. Not to mention how great it will be to see my little sister getting married. Okay then, if you don't think there's anything to worry about, then I won't worry about anything either. By the way, I actually walked by the company where Irene works the other day. Oh really? What are you doing over there? Well, that's actually something that I kind of would like to talk to you about, you see?
I can't believe that you're actually showing your face around here. I thought I warned you that it would be embarrassing for you to show up here, didn't I?
Irene, I just wanted to say huge congratulations on your wedding. We're all so happy for you. I really think that this should be happy day where you focus on getting married, so let's not talk like this.
And just what is there to celebrate when I have a loser like you ruining my wedding, huh?
I really don't think that anyone else here at the wedding seems to feel the same way about my being here. So please, I don't think that there's any need to put all this energy and attention on me.
No, I just know that you came here to try and ruin things for me and my fiancé. I already told Cam all about how you're trying to steal my Hans away from me. So just now that he's been warned and you are being watched, you're on thin ice.
Oh yes, Cam told me all about how you tried to warn him of that. We kind of laughed it off and said that we had no idea what you were doing. I mean, this is your fiancé, so I wouldn't steal him. But anyways, he also, like you said, doesn't swing that way.
Whatever, I just know your type. You all sleep around with each other, and you just somehow managed to trick my brother into marrying you. I know your fame.
There really isn't any game that I'm playing. Thank you very much. And I think that's really rude to say about your brother, too. In fact, you've been nothing but rude to me the entire time that I met you. I don't know what I did, but I just wish we could put this all behind us.
And why would we do any of that? I'm only being honest when I say the things that I do to you. And the truth of the matter is that the only reason why my brother would marry a loser like you is because you tricked him into doing it. I mean, you do realize that Cameron has a good position at a huge company, don't you? There's just no logical reason why he should be with you.
Irene, please. I really don't think that we need to be having this conversation at your wedding. Don't you think there are better things you could be doing today? Ways that you could be celebrating?
And just how am I supposed to be happy at my wedding or celebrate anything when I still have to deal with you? If you don't want the attention, then you shouldn't have come here in the first place.
And just what is that supposed to mean? I don't know what you want me to do about any of this.
Look, my fiancé has people on his side of the family who don't speak any English, okay? So I want you to give a speech for me, and it's going to be all in German. After all, you snuck in here trying to hit on my little German prince. So why don't you show everyone that you can at least speak it first?
Sorry, you want me to give you a speech at your wedding?
That's right, you little nobody. I want you to get up in front of all of his German relatives and give a big speech about how wonderful today is. Oh wait, what's the matter? Can you not speak German? Have you not learned a foreign language? Were you too stupid?
No, it's not that. And if you really want me to give a speech, then I'll give a speech.
You mean that you're really going to do it? Oh gosh, this is going to be so hilarious. You're actually going to try and give a speech in German?
Well, that's what I'd like to ask you one more time. Are you sure about this? Because if I give a speech, you won't like what I have to say.
Who cares what you'll have to say when you won't even be able to get it out? You don't speak any German, so why are you even pretending right now? But yeah, sure, go give a speech and knock yourself out. This is going to be so good.
All right then, Irene, I'll give you a speech, but don't say that I didn't warn you.
Hey, Liam, what the heck is the matter with you? What did you say during that speech of yours, huh? Because now my fiancé is saying that he doesn't want to get married and wants to cancel our engagement too.
Hold on a second. Why do you need to know what I was saying during my speech? I thought you said that you were already fluent in German. Isn't that right? Don't tell me that you didn't understand what I said.
That's not what we were talking about right now. All I know is that my wedding is being canceled right now because of something you said in your speech. So you tell me what you said right now. I want you to tell me exactly what you said, Liam.
I only told everyone the truth. I warned you that if you let me stand up and make my speech, that you wouldn't like it. You thought that you were going to be able to hide who you really are from everyone, and I wasn't going to let that happen.
But just, what are you trying to say? And since when do you speak German? I had no idea that you could do that. You didn't even finish high school. When did you learn how to speak in a foreign language, huh? You must have cheated somehow. I know that you did.
Irene, I am getting a bit sick and tired of you insisting on this ridiculous fantasy of yours. I will have you know that I left high school in the States to go to a nice boarding school in Bavaria. Then I went to college there as well, so if you're wondering why I speak German, it's because I've lived there for years.
Wait, what? That's gotta be some kind of joke, right? Please tell me that you're lying.
You tell me I'm lying after you just saw me stand up and give that speech then? I mean, I use German just about every day in my job. You thought that you had done something so clever and sneaky when you asked me to give my speech, didn't you? But all that happened was that I was able to say something that only you couldn't understand. I bet you felt quite foolish the whole time that I was standing there and explaining everything to everyone.
No, this isn't fair. I had no idea that you could speak German at all. You can't actually blame me for any of this.
Irene, who else is there to even blame? I know all about how Hans can apparently speak fluent English. So what I don't get is why you would like about being able to speak German. You were just trying to brag about something that you couldn't do.
You can't do this to me. You think you can just put me down like this? I never wanted any of this to happen. How could you do this to me?
I guess you still just haven't opened up your eyes to see the bigger picture then, have you? Then again, maybe it's better that you didn't understand what's going on around you. But what I said in my speech was all about your past and the kind of person that you really are. I told Hans' family the truth about you. And that's why everyone was laughing so hard. They were all laughing at you. And finally, even Hans himself decided he didn't want to marry you, by the sounds of it. But you know, if you had a husband who was already willing to call off the funeral all because of something that I said in a wedding speech, then he probably wasn't that eager to marry you to begin with.
Wait a second. How could you say something like that? You did this, don't you get it? You ruined this for me. Just tell me what you said to him.
I didn't go into too much details, but one of the things I mentioned was about how you would always come bragging to me about the men you were dating. You would always try to rub that boy in my face in high school and say things about how I would never ever get anyone who would want to date me.
Hold on a minute. Are you really telling me that that's what you told Hans's family? Why would you say something like that? I just wanted to have a normal wedding, and you had to go and ruin it like this. What is the matter with you?
That's exactly the question that I want to ask you. I mean, you're the one who is acting so ridiculously that you pushed me to this point. I really have to wonder the kind of crap that you must have been putting Hans through to make him choose to leave you too. I mean, you know that he wouldn't have just left you if it wasn't something that I said. He didn't even know me and had no reason to take what I said so strongly.
So you're saying that he was already thinking about not marrying me? How dare you say that to me on my wedding day? You have got some serious nerve.
I'm not saying anything, but I'm asking you to think about it. Why would he choose to cancel the wedding like that if it wasn't the case? Besides, you should know that I happened to drive by your work the other day, and well, I know that you're still seeing that drummer.
Wait, what? What do you mean you know about the drummer? He has nothing to do with you at all.
You're right. It might not have anything to do with me, but it does have things to do with Hans. And anyways, I might have to let him know about you and your old flame, and that's probably just another reason why he chose to leave you.
How could you do this to me? It's supposed to be my big day, and you've had to go and spoil it like this. Why would you do this to me?
For the last time, I didn't do anything that you didn't already do to yourself. Do you understand? Now I'm sick and tired of putting up with you trying to put me down. But anyways, it sounds to me like you got more important things to worry about than me, right? So with that, I'll leave you. After that, I heard that the Hans officially broke off the engagement he had to Irene. Not only that, but after everything had been translated for the wedding party, even Irene's parents were sick of her behavior and told her that she was being cut off. So Irene is no longer able to live with her parents and had to find a job right away to be able to move into a tiny, crammed little apartment. It also seems like, without any money, her drummer boyfriend also lost interest in her. She tried coming to me for help once, but I blocked her on everything right away. I was not about to let myself get sucked into her ridiculous drama again. And thankfully, I haven't heard a word from her since doing that. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.